Hey, what is up, y'all? Welcome to my legend finishing RTA video. I just want to say the past week has been the most stress I've ever felt in my fucking life. I was grinding so much trying to secure this legend frame. This is the one season that I actually put in. I can confidently say I put in 100% effort in. And thank goodness my efforts paid off, because look at that. Your favorite cleaver, Xarian, the one that doesn't know how to change their imprints, the one that slams Zeo Ran every game, your boy has made it, sitting humbly at rank 81 to end. Exactly 2 points above the cutoff. I think cutoff was 3807. And I ended 3809. So I was kind of panicking the last hour. I was like, wait, am I safe? Am I safe? Like I don't know how this process works. Like I was asking Jam, like he was a previous legend finisher, so he knew all this work. I was like, am I safe, man? Am I safe? Like the cutoff is 3806 right now, man. Like, am I chilling? And he's like, go play ARAM or something, you fucking dumbass. And I'm like, okay, you know what? All right, I'll listen to you. Like, you're the expert here, so I just left it up to chance, and yeah, I mean, I ended off rank 81, so it wasn't an easy journey though. It was fucking stressful. The first couple hours of the last day that I was playing, I was fucking booming. So let me show you that real fast. I recorded a little bit on the last day, but then I stopped because I was lagging a bit, and then I just kept losing, so I was like, I'll just stop recording. But oh, that's not it. Where is it? How do I go to the movies tab to show this off? I don't know if I know how to do this. I might just have to share my screen. Okay, let's just do that. Okay. So I was recording a little bit, and when I started my session on the last day, I was ranked 92 at 3740. I just came back from a 9-game win streak. I was feeling pretty good. I was like, okay, I'm playing pretty well. Just gotta climb maybe 60 points and we're good, right? Last 12 hours, surely it's doable. And then first game goes like this. I get outsped by Hazamare, and I get put in my fucking place. I insta forfeit, right? So that wasn't very cash. So we're now at 37-33. Next match, I get fucked by Orange due to some bad RNG. So now I'm back in Emperor, and I'm like, oh shit, what's going on? Next game, I race, and I actually outspeed, and I win. This is the one game I won, right? This is the one game I won. So I was like, okay, we're back in Legend. And then I fight Elf Mage, and then my Zeal gets 15%ed on this S3. If I silenced, I would have pushed back, and I would have won the game. But unfortunately, my Zeo decided to fucking troll me on the last 12 hours. And I said, thanks, Zeo. I really appreciate it, man. You really want me to boom, don't you? So we lose to Off Mage. We're back in Emp. Next game, it's another race because people are cleaving during the last day. I get gapped. My Ran gets speed RNG'd by my own Luna. So I'm like, okay, that's fun. That's really cool. And then I fight Hanasaku, and that also doesn't go well. And I'm like now below 3700-ish, or I guess still around that area. But then fast forward, and we went from 9 wins in a row to going 1 in like 7 or some shit. And I'm just like, okay, something needs to change. So next game we go in. And then we lose again due to just some unfortunate counters, I guess. Like, I just keep losing. So now I'm below 3700. Here's when I start panicking. I'm just like, like, I'm ending in legend, right? Question mark? Surely, right? Like, I'm now below 3700 and there's 11 hours left. So I'm just like, shit. I'm not in a good spot. It's gotten so bad where I start third picking ML Poly as a coping mechanism. Out of my comfort zone, picking a tower and candy to try and cheese wins. And obviously, I lose to like some bullshit. And we're out of there again. And now I'm at 3688. It wasn't looking good for your boy. Like, I was at rank 141 on the last day. I was like, oh my fucking god. I was like modding out my defense, or modding out my FRES for more defense because my haste just kept dying. So that was embarrassing. So I take a break because I needed it, right? I clearly needed it. I just kept losing and losing. But the last like 4 hours, I just went fucking crazy. I didn't record during the actual time I was climbing, but I had the games recorded. Let me show you. So hold on, let me swap back to this. I'll pull it up here. So yes, here was when there was an hour left. I guess I didn't record before, but I was at rank 74, 3809. Like I think I was safe at this point. I stopped playing. Like I was panicking. I was literally checking the rankings every second. And this is where I just recorded my matches because I knew they were gonna go away once the season ended. But yeah, like for my comfort draft, it was Haste, Zeal, Ludwig. Those were like my main 3 core units for me to actually cleave people. No longer ran on 3 or 2, very rarely. It was always the 2 Deathbreakers, or Deathbreaker plus Caval on 4 or 5. Because a lot of people like drafting Candy into me on 3-4. So I can just lock that with Judge Kisei Nako. That was like my comfort draft. And also, first pick Haste baits in a lot of Laya DDR. Like, you'll notice that in all of these games. They love picking Laya DDR into me. Like, maybe not this one, but some of the other games. And it was just an invitation to get Nako Judge Kisei, honestly. So, I'll take it, right? But, yeah. Like, we went from losing hella badly to just getting fucking dubs. So, let me switch to music. Something a little bit more fitting for this last hour. Like I was like panicking, but I was fucking pushing it. So yeah, let's do it. So here's the first game. Well, I guess I'm just going through the replays. Yeah, so like, look at this win streak I went on the last hour. It was fucking nuts. Like 6 games in a row or something like that. We just went to the fucking moon. So here we have Rand, Ludwig, and then 2 imprints. Oh yeah, this game was fucking psycho. So here, right? So I first picked Luna, he went Senya Zio, and I went Ran Ludwig into Zio, because usually when they pick Zio, I'm just like, okay, you're gonna ban Luna, I'll ban Zio, it's fine, right? But then they went Peira Rowana, and I was like, okay, what if I just go 2 imprints? And then he picked Ed, and oh my god, when he picked Ed, my fucking brain neurons were like firing off. I was like, he's not banning an imprint. He's not banning an imprint. He's banning Luna. He's banning fucking Luna. Like I was like in my mind just going like through the motions in my head. I'm like, I couldn't like logically explain why I thought he was gonna ban Luna. I just fucking knew he was gonna ban Luna, and I fucking raced to Zio, which is like psychotic. Like obviously don't fucking do that. But I let Zio through and I raced it with my Ran plus 2 imprints and we fucking gapped this shit. And then that was an instant win. 7% above the Zio. Like, we fucking take those, you know? So, that was a good win. And this one, the BBK Cheesers, right? Going BBK 3 with like 4 openers and shit. This one right here as well. Like BBK was super popular near the end of the season. Not really sure why, but Ran takes turn 1. We S2. Let me find the volume for this. We RNL. I was like, okay, bet. I didn't want to S3 because that would proc BBK and Senya, and I'm like, I'd rather not. So we S1 into Luna, right? We procced RNL, so we get another hit, right? I proc RNL again, so I'm like, oh. So I just S1. I missed crit, but it's whatever. So now Luna's pretty much dead from 100 to 0 in the first turn, by the way. Like, balanced artifact, right? And now my whole team has immunity except Ran, so she can't strip it. Sends the S2 anyways, even though I have immunity. I'm like, okay, that's interesting play. Right? Yeah, I misplay during this game, so he S3s. And my Arcades obviously takes a turn here. Now the smart thing to do here was to push up haste and then just kill the Luna. But I was kind of panicking whether or not to push up DDR or haste, and I was like, oh my god, it's a DDR or haste, DDR or haste. I couldn't decide. So in my fucking panic state, I fucking S3 as a misplay. Even though their Luna is about to take their fucking turn. So I S3 my 1 debuff on my Ran. And now this Luna soul burns that seals me for free and I have 0 cleanse. So here I'm like, okay. This is not good. So I had to play it out, right? I was like, okay, it's fine. I panicked, it's okay. So I S3 DDR, put everything to sleep. Except the BBK, because she has just bust stacked. I didn't S2 here, just because everyone was sealed, right? So there's no point. So we kill off the Luna here, I'm pretty sure. And we just have to cycle out of this seal and unbuffable to play the game. So Blumhay just finishes her off. Goes into the Peira, heals nothing because I'm at full HP. She slept, all good. And what could have been full immunity again for my team is now me S2ing to cycle out of my unbuffable and seal. Like, so much unnecessary stress because I'm an idiot. So, Arcades goes, here I cleanse the Blumley Haste out of his seal and unbuffable. So, his passive can proc whenever. And we go into the Peira, try to strip barrier, but I get resisted. I was like, okay, whatever. It's fine. Here I S2, so now I can get Pestilence on my team. And then BBK, I think she just S1s here. Because he doesn't want to proc my haste passive. Or no, I could be wrong actually. Maybe he just S3s. Okay, yeah, he S3s. So, he kills my Ran. Ran's gone. See ya. Get the passive. And then Arcades dies here. Right? So now I'm fighting a 2v4 or 2v3. It looks pretty grim. But we can revive our team. by killing this para. This is the benefit of having fast haste, is you'll see it here in this game. I get to cycle around so fucking fast. So we S3 para, kill the para, get my team back. Senya can S3, but nothing will die. So he S3s my DDR, right? Because that's like the threat. That's like my win con essentially. So S3 DDR pushes up my BBK, or his BBK, and I have to S1 here, right? Because Senya's passive is still available, so I can't S3. So S1 Senya, get a duel. He said, I want to win today. But now my DDR is dead because he could just S1 to him. So it's looking pretty bad. I just used my revive, my Ran, and the Katie's about to die again. I'm like, shit, did I lose? It doesn't look good. So I go for a piggy stun on BBK, but I don't get it, obviously. Because, I mean, it's ER. So here I'm just cycling around with my S1. Ran dies. Achilles dies, and now it's looking really fucking bad, right? But haste, man, this unit, my fucking goat, dude. So we strip this, get some heals, right? Set up the damage and heal. BBK tries to finish me off here with her S3 with Elia's knife. So soul burn incoming. Fucking tank it like a beast, right? Water's Origin push up again. We S1 Senya again, just to cycle around. I have 1 turn left on my S3, right? So if I can take another turn before I die, I can revive my whole team. So we S1 Senya. S1's into me. I have Water's Origin, so we lap the fucking Senya before I die. And we send this S3 onto Senya. And revive the whole fucking team again for a second time. And so Ran goes, we S3, right? Because now we can proc the skill null. So I can survive another turn. And proc his immortality. And here I S2 DDR. Because since she's 1 HP, she has hella speed right now. She can lap around. So the safe play is to boost up DDR. And then we go for a Soul Burn S1. I'm 250 F. So if I don't get 15, I sleep, and I fucking sleep. And that's the fucking game. Oh my god. That game was like crazy. Haste MVP, you know what I'm saying? That was our 1 game off secure. I was 3803 at the time. That game was insane. So yeah, I stopped playing for a little bit, for like 4 hours, because I thought that was cut off, but it wasn't apparently. Cutoff was 3807. So I had to keep playing. Yeah, I'm just showing off other games here. Okay, so we go against Vuskus here. So I lose to Fart Pancakes because I got cheesed by my own Ludwig, unfortunately. But here, so this strat right here is like one of my go-tos for the season, where if you're first pick and you go haste, right? If they tank down, like Senya Candy, I still go Zio Ludwig. Now they go Albedo A Tywin, so their team has 0 speed. So if I pick Knockle plus Judge Kisei, he kind of just dies. Like, his entire team is locked, right? He can't counterattack ever. Zio can activate Albedo's passive, or not Albedo's passive, A-Town's passive, right? So that's exactly what happens here. He was forced to ban Judge Kisei. S3 the A-Tywin. Yep, proc is passive here, so now I can stick bind with my Soulburn. And since I'm on Candle, right, if I land any death breaks, it's like Omega over. And we land 1 on Candy. And I have to S2 the Senya here, right? So she doesn't cleanse. So that's what we do. Then we soul burn. And we send it. And he dies. Or kinda dies. I mean, I could just S3 Senya and it's GG, right? So yeah, so that was a really good game. 38-02. Lost to Famir. And then we go to Mesugaki. So this draft, he kind of inted because he went 2 openers against my Luna Zeo, which is pretty disrespect, right? So he banned the Luna, I banned the RB in case it was some degen RB I couldn't kill. But in hindsight, I should have just banned like Laya or some shit, but it's whatever. So Zeo goes. I noticed his openers are super slow, so I'm like, oh, why is my Wanderer still outspeeding them? So we soul burn on Zeo, push up the Ludwig here, and push back Janua importantly, so he doesn't take the next turn after he cuts when his passive procs. So soul burn S1, soul burn S2 on Laya, so she's dead. We S3'd up, proc the Immortality. It won't kill the Guylite openers because they're stealth, but it'll set up for Rwana. Right, so he procs. And since we pushed him back, he won't be able to take the next turn here. And then we S3. And as long as I strip the Immortality, we're good. If I don't, then I can still Wander S3. So yeah, he gets reset. I don't get the strip, but I would have just S2 the Genoa and strip. Or S3 the Genoa and we would have been fine. So, all good. That was 3800. And next opponent we go into some name I can't read, which is our cutoff game. So it's, we see Haste, Zeo, Ludwig, Blitty, and Peyra, because Ran was pre-banned. And then we see the typical BBK team. In this game, it got pretty lucky, but like at this point, I was like begging for good RNG because I didn't want to keep playing, right? Like imagine I lost that game. Oh my god, I would have been like spiraling back and forth out of control. Oh, shout out Haku, by the way. Oh yeah, I was just looking at the rankings because I was like fucking panicking. I was like, damn, like, am I secure? But I mean, I was at the time. I just didn't know. So yeah, we see. The cutoff is 3803. So yeah, the last game. Yeah. So Polly outspeeds my Peyra, which is a bit concerning. I was like, man, that just makes his game 100% harder. But we push back a Tywin here. So if my team does get pushed back, maybe I could still lap. That was what I was hoping for. And luckily, my Peyra doesn't get speed down. Thank fucking god. So I still lap with Peyra, thankfully. So now I can S2. Unbuff his whole team. And then we soul burn onto the BBK. We proc RNL, which is pretty lucky. And then I go for another S1. I didn't want to S3 because that would have triggered Politis, right? So we got some chip on the ML poly, and then we go for S1 on the red poly because this is degen. So the sooner she dies, the better it is for my haste. And the poly dies here. And it's still not over for him, right? Because he can S1 duel and then start like lapping around. Like my misplay was I should have killed the ML poly instead of the fire poly, because like ML poly gets drags and that's still kind of annoying. So also here I should have just S3 the BBK straight up instead of going for the kill on ML Poly. It makes this game a little bit harder. Like, I should have just rammed the S3 into BBK, right here, and she would have died because she didn't have her passive up. Instead, I go for that, which means I'm kind of risking my haste dying, but I was confident my haste could live, and he does, but fucking barely. And I know I can take one of these because I have high defense now, and I do, which means next turn I can just rip this S3 and I'm good to go. Yeah, and so that was how I secured Legend. Yeah, cutoff was super high. Not as high as last season, but it was still relatively high. Here again, checking rankings like a dumbass. So, yeah. So many Legend players fought. I lost to Nezuko, beat some TML Cleaver. Oh yeah, so I'll explain my anti-cleave draft. So, my go-to anti-cleave is picking Haste with Fire Poly and Acades. That was like essentially my core. And all I'm essentially doing is cheesing with my Acades to cut and then boost up my Politis and then secure the kill. So in this game, or I guess I don't show it. What the heck? Alright, whatever. Yeah, beat Ace Trainer, Ateru. Yeah, so again, it's just me locking in my core of Haste, Zeo, Ludwig. Right, or I guess in this case Luna, Zeo, Ludwig. And then just picking 2 Death Breakers to nuke this whole team down. That's essentially my draft. So in this case it's Opener Briar and Opener Knockball on Candle. I already showed that one. That's essentially it. So yeah, somehow I managed to hit Legend. I just want to shout out some people before this is over. I'll have another video during my account review, just showcasing some of the drafts more in depth and talking about my units more specifically. This video is just more like an announcement video that I actually ended Legend. But yeah, there are a few people I want to shout out. So first person is obviously Jamsis. You guys probably have watched his E7 content by now at this point. My E7 GOAT, my favorite cleaver, my favorite C. Lilius cleaver, my favorite Ahmed cleaver, my favorite Lua cleaver, my favorite Song of Stars Leica cleaver. Even though he's retired, he still has it. Like, he still has the knowledge of the game, like, at a super high level, right? He still knows where all the imprints go, the speed imprints. So he was reminding me every game. He was telling me which cleaver interactions were the best. Like, anything cleave related, Jamsis knows everything. Because, I mean, obviously he was a cleaver, right? So, also shout out to my boy Janken Pons. He was there to watch my games, and we were just chilling in call sometimes. So he was a homie. Shout outs to Amy for being super supportive of my run as well, and we're talking about certain teams. Shout outs to Slam Dancer for giving me advice on also how to finish Legend. My guildmates in Chun Fun, like Ducky, we were both last day grinding. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to make it, but next season I believe. Vic, same as well. He wasn't able to make it, but next season I believe as well. Bossy Bear, the homie. Congrats to Zerkis for ending Legend. Mogar. All the boys, you know. But yeah. That's essentially everyone that I wanted to shout out, I think. NATO as well. Am I missing someone? I hope not. Fishy. Yeah. Bennigans. I think that's everyone. And Arya, of course. But yeah, I'll have another video going over my account showcase. I can finally say it's a Legend account review rather than an Emperor account review. About fucking time, right? So, yeah. Anyways, Hope you enjoyed this small announcement video that we finally ended Legend. The skin? I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the skin. The border's okay as well, but the important part is that we got the frame. That's just what matters, so yeah. Anyways, I'll see you when I upload that account showcase video. Talk to you guys later. Bye!